Hey there, fellow sanguiphages. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, Episode 12, Double the Fangs. Does sterile tiles affect the research? No. No. The quality of the entity that you're studying is the research driver. So the more dangerous the entity, essentially, the better it is. I'll leave that there for her. Do a tox check on Moxie. Sounds good. Oh, it has dropped. Okay. My worry was, I know that it has blood pumping and blood filtration for ghouls, but ghouls they're not coated with blood. So I was a little worried that because they're not coated with blood, they wouldn't filter well. But, you know, perhaps I was worried wrong. We are eventually going to need to build a death rest facility for a Valka, but it's going to be a while until she needs rest. Not immediately necessary. And then she does have Void meditation focus because she's inhumanized. So she can pray here that is now not Crackhead. Get off that. Here, Crackhead, you can pray on the other one. You gone, Crack. I wonder. No, she hasn't gained any social back. So vampires, she's neutral. She broke even. so the inhumanization removed 12 social. She started with 8, and she has a strong social gene of +4 now. But she'll learn it really, really fast. Her global learning, plus passion, plus fast learner, and all that. Yeah. But, yeah. Because I would really like to have a sanguiphage that is, you know, good at that stuff. But she's a psychically hypersensitive sanguiphage now, who also has sensitivity. And the real power here, if you're wondering, is because sanguiphages have the side sensitive gene. The results of your rituals, a huge driving factor is the psychic sensitivity of your invoker. And now that she is a super sensitive, 200%, from being side sensitive vampire plus hypersensitive, it's gonna be pretty easy for her to, you know, get some pretty good results from rituals. She's gonna be a ritual master. If there ever was such a thing. I cannot wait to have you convert, Crackhead. You've been super useful, but you're just not... You're holding on to humanity and it's wrong. You are in a xenogerm coma for one more day. Not bad. The Obelisk is getting up a little bit too high. Lordix is trying to smoke leaf binge. You know what? I don't really care. Binge your smoke leaf, because, like, you're gonna be a ghoul soon, so, like, whatever. The Toxophile is obviously going away. The horrible color went away, so that's awesome. Ghouls! You, my ghouly little friends, let's go punch something. Oh, the other problem that we're gonna face is like all the animals except for the things that were like toximmune are gonna just be insta rot. So we'll have to punch the sort of flammable animals, which is not. It's spicy food. Yeah, he gets to binge one last time, exactly. And then, never again. I like how fish, I can try to put fish next to Moxie to put Moxie out. But there's no, like, fight fires except for proximity. There we go. Oh, hostile Obelisk duplicate. So there's Jazz and Evil Jazz. Hey, it's free leather and meat. So this Obelisk duplicated me, and the duplicant is trying to kill me. Got it. Where is... Oh, guinea pig. Are you sick as hell? Yeah, you're sick as hell. Oh, 97? Alright, let's just skip that one. Come on, crackhead. Get over here. I got, like, a different crackhead trying to kill me. Here, fish. I have someone else for you to punch. Crackhead's too slow. Moxie, was that a good meal? Sorta? Here, try to kill another one, but, like, don't get... whatever, don't get burned so much this time. Maybe the smell of burned ghoul is better than regular ghoul. I have my suspicions that, like, burned ghoul is probably an improvement. Here, fish. There you go. Eat Jazz. Yeah, we obviously need to suppress the obelisk a lot more. Speedy's many friends. A 3-year-old called me up and was like, hey, these two factions want me dead? Yeah, it's just too weird. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I don't help 3-year-olds. So on the fishbowl zone, they don't have access to meat, but I'll just what I think I'm going to do, at least for now, is to micromanage them so that they hunt their own. So I'm not going to have them in there anyway. They were doing fine, killing their own. Ah. Now the stoner is eating on my good food. Valka's up in 9 hours. Tony really hasn't made a lot of progress, to be honest. Trodanus, thank you for the resub. Yeah, not a lot of progress in the conversion. We've just been busy. The prisoners are honestly lucky they're even getting fed in the first place. The Obelisk is now below 50% activity, so it's doesn't pose a massive threat to us, which is good. I do like that the ghouls are like a duo. Makes it a little bit easier to watch each other's backs. Avaka's up. Gonna grab her weapons. And then do all the things needed to be done around the colony. Which is honestly quite a bit. I also don't want her eating her hemogen packs. I'm gonna use those as an emergency. So what I'm gonna do instead is blood feed. I'm gonna blood feed and also hemo farm. So I'm gonna do both. And then you are a genie. So you're easy to keep in the prison because you have dead calm. So you're like a perfect blood bag. There ever was such a thing. So first order of business, Mr. Jazz. You, sir. Yeah, you're gonna never feel pain again in your life. My in-pain friend. We're gonna cure you of your pain. And humanity. It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back, because of course he was technically a ideology member, and we could have assigned roles, but I'm happy with another ghoul. So you're going to be in the fishbowl. 3 schools. The thing about having 3 ghouls is we can actually start going after bigger game when we hunt. Ghoul pack. Ghoul power. Aw, my ambrosia's gone. It is a little spicy in case they herd revenge, but even then, I think my money's on the ghouls. Because especially given that they can chain and burn the others. Research. We are basically nowhere further in microelectronics, but we are making really good progress on ghoul enhancements and dead life dust, which is awesome. Oops, I didn't mean to stand on fire. And if you're wondering, Lord X was missing a hand. He now has a hand. He's just missing fingers, and they're going to slowly regenerate. Ghouls just regenerate their everything. When they're dead, but when they're not dead, they are healing. Frighteningly fast, too. Moxie seems to be the recurring one not to understand stop, drop, and roll, but that's okay. Go regen, doesn't matter. What else did I want to do? So the ritual room's getting pretty close-ish. There is the cryptodrone track and the dusty installation that we can consider. There's also the, I will at some point have to have a death rest bed. I mean, I don't need one. Technically, you don't need one, but it is a wise thing to do. All of this tainted clothing ought to be destroyed. Because I'm going to have the ghouls stand on top of the boomlub so that it can't reburn. Permanent firefighters, I love it. Oh, they undrafted. I'll force them to put the fires out. And then cause another one. So the smelter will help us get rid of the slag that we have, and then also get rid of all the clothing that we don't want. I will at some point need to regestate the dead hauler bot, Cathanon, that I have. But we also have all the pollution that the first one generated, so it's like... It's good. Oh, it burned up while I looked away. Oh well. There's more boomlopes elsewhere. But yeah, things are looking up. Things are really, we're making some progress here. We have advanced research going. We have multiple ghouls. A bulkers trader that's about to be able to buy a bunch of human leather, because, you know, that's a real delicacy. Who can socialize, though? 1 and 0. All right, Jazz, it's you. The people in my colony only speak binary. They have social skills of 1s and 0s. I think it's probably time for us to resow the corn, if that's really how much corn I have. A book? This book is just sadness. Alright. I forgot that I have all these lovely organs. So yeah, I'm going to be able to afford kind of whatever the hell I want. It's also a good way to get rid of unwanted things. I would say maybe the keeping an L-Tech skull cap would be useful. I don't need 2. I don't need the tribal wear anymore. What is sadness even about? You know, it's about a gunsmith finding a perfect spot for a picnic. I guess he couldn't, and that made him sad. Like you do. Makes sense to me. Alright, I'm gonna buy the components, because there's a pretty finite amount of components on this map tile. And steel. It's not like a good trade, but whatever. And then maybe a little natura meat. It's not bad. Now, what does suck for a Valka is she is our plant grower, and she's also a vampire, so she doesn't really want to be in the sun. So there's a little bit of ironic torture there. I mean, I could put her on a night timer, I guess. That might be one way to do it, is to put her on a night owl schedule so that she's more likely to plant, tend, and sow crops at night when it's not sunny, because she obviously doesn't want to be in the sun. But that's fine, because we already have like a somewhat roofed up base, so we're kind of working on that. Oh, speaking of which, the hell? So once Tony gets recruited, I'll put Crackhead in to convert. Unless we can... This is still a work in progress, but it might be possible to do full-on really good conversion rituals as a result of having like a nice temple as well. So I know I'm coming in on the end of the stream, and I want to try to finish the ritual room, because that's been looming. Ghouls, it is time to eat. Most of the animals out here are new animals that had spawned after the great poisonings. which means that they're perfectly edible. That was weird. Didn't... Oh, you know what it was? It was, he was fully healed, but it was because it was missing a thumb, and then the thumb regenerated, but not fully, so it was a wounded thumb. I was wondering why he, like, got hurt randomly out of nowhere, but that makes sense. Stupid sanguiphages littering their blood torches. Oh, clean up after yourselves. So how are we? How are we, what's our progress here? Dead life dust is a little over 3/4, and then ghoul enhancements is almost a quarter. For only having one thing to study for advanced, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm going to try to depollute the prison quarters and haul the tox packs out. So we're going to have a little bit of a polluted puddle. But I think that's okay. I'm planning on regestating the lifter bot. Meaning we'll have even more pollution soon. Crackhead still cut in stone. Crackhead, maybe I'm gonna have you haul. We did all that trading, and I still have jade out there to be hauled, so that would help a lot. I do like the idea that our colony is half ghoul. I don't know, there's something nice about that. Given our love of the occult, having half of our colonists be undead ghouls, just, it hits right. You've learned more about the Obelisk. The device has the power to duplicate intelligent creatures. In theory, it could produce duplicates without limit. The Obelisk appears damaged and unstable, and so its energy level rises unless suppressed. If it was to fully activate, it would go into a duplication loop, chaotically pumping out a large number of flawed human duplicates. Crackhead thinks it might be safe to shut it down, but would need to study it some more. So one thing I can do here is duplicate Evolca, the sanguiphage, and then have the duplicant implant genes into someone and die as a result of the implantation process. Should I make Jazz a vampire too? I'll have you guys decide. It's up to you. Oh, I did build the smelter. So smelt slag forever, drop the metal, and then smelt apparel wherever that is tainted, and then destroy apparel wherever that is tainted. Ingredient radius doesn't need to be so big for that. I don't need to go running around the entire map. I just want to get rid of all the crap that's that's here. So, in fact, the slag radius, like, don't look too far. So why again what? Why again to become a vampire? The driving theme of this series is we are like occult members looking to become more powerful. So the why is pretty easy to answer. Vampires are more powerful than regular humans by like a sizable margin. So the why is because we get stronger. And it looks to be a yay on that front. So I'm going to intentionally trigger the duplication process with Avalka. Here's an Avalka clone who is going to implant Jazz with vampirism and then die as a result. So Avalka clone is dead as a result of the gene still regrowing. But Jazz is now a vampire. There's a 30-day cooldown for the duplication process, so it's not like you can just make vampires infinitely, but 30 days is a lot shorter than the 2 years it takes for your genes to regrow to be able to implant someone else without fatally killing them. So it's a pretty powerful tool. It's also free food for the ghouls. Yeah, in fact, the ghouls already just ate Avalka's clone. It's gone. The ghouls waste not, want not, right? In fact, Moxie is urgently hungry. So Moxie, how about we go get you some fresh vampire or non-vampire meals? And you know, I'm not even against necessarily having like a funeral for the dead. That doesn't seem to exist anymore. Like an empty grave. Sure. Seems a little weird, but again, not against it. So now we have 2 Sangovages. And hopefully, now that Jazz is Sanglovage, his social skill is actually not terrible. I mean, it's 5, but that's way better than 1 because he has this strong social gene. So that means you are officially... Well, actually, I need Avalka doing wardening to suppress the Obelisk because that's a wardening thing. But that he'll be a pretty decent warden because he'll learn quick, I think. I am getting the warning of Heartseeker unfulfilled. I would like to make Jazz the Heartseeker because he has the best social skills. And then, hypothetically, Avalka the leader. So that's going to have to wait until Jazz is not in a coma. I did mention potentially wanting Tinctoria so that I can make things a better color. So let's put that in. And Crackhead, are you going to have a mental break yet? I'm like kind of waiting for that shoe to drop, but it hasn't yet. It's been on the brink because of the rotting corpses and wanting to be a body modder, and we've been butchering people. We've really not made his life easy. Honestly, if anything, Jazz and Avalka is kind of done above and beyond being nasty and horrible as like a kind of a way to like bully Crackhead. Like they have really just butchered children and become vampires, and like they're just cranking it up to 11 just to maybe turn the screws on them. Which I find hilarious. I actually find that really funny. That they're like, he still has beliefs. Let's go eat some children and cut out their organs and see how he feels tomorrow. And he's like, no, for the love of God, don't. Flesh is pure, or whatever he believes in. Just general don't use drugs and we're all collectivists here. I guess. It's pretty tame in the scheme of things. So, we have been torturing him with our ideology. Avalka, let's get you some food. Sorry about the super work that I just put you through. Is there not... Oh, yeah. Well, food's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I need to put meat back on the menu. Not twisted and not insect. That's probably what Crackhead's been complaining about, too. It's just literally no food. We ran out of corn, and nothing was on the hoppers. I like how Crackhead willingly just loaded up the hoppers with human meat. Oh, I didn't see that I was missing that. Knowing that that's what he's going to be forced to eat soon? Yes. That will be funny. He will get even more upset. What I'm trying to do is play just a little bit longer to get Jazz out of a coma. So as to be a good stopping point. Ooh. Yes. We need more meat, though. So... Ghouls. Go get me some bear meat. Solitary apex predators? You are no longer the apex. And I can have Jazz be on a night schedule, just like Avalka too. Yeah. Smat. SMRT. Smat. It's funny how much vermin the ghouls end up eating. Just because it's easier. Resistance is going down, and I didn't even necessarily see that there was a low mood. So that's a big change. Crackhead. Can you... I'm sort of curious if a role change will work. Yeah, it will. Okay, so Crackhead, attend Avalka's role change leader. You're not one of our ideology members, but you're like a witness. I guess you're a notary or something. All right, she is officially the leader of our ideology. At least for now. Which will allow her to work drive in combat command. Which is primarily the reason I did it. And then Jazz, once he's up, will become our Heartseeker. Which is the, you know, the morale person. For conversions and the like. Ooh, Mega Sloth. That's a big game. Keeping 3 ghouls fed? Little labor intensive. It'll be oh. Well, we know Art's behaving. Because Art's a genie. Got a prison break. Unfortunately, really, you're gonna... Okay, you do realize I'm a vampire, right? Yeah, okay. We're not going to get Tony to join us. For reasons. But Davenport's still on the menu. Do you have blood left? Yeah, you do. Okay, good. So I can't be bothered to coagulate. And I'm going to let Davenport... Actually, that is kind of precious blood, I suppose. Maybe I shouldn't sanguinate Davenport. What might be helpful is to try to scan the genie and at some point and get dead calm so that we can have well-behaved blood bags for our sanguiphages. But that's like not a task for today. Just a task for another time. That would definitely help. Or alternatively, you know, take their legs, because that's a thing you could do. But I guess we're eating some pork. Could be worse. Crackhead's even more upset, which is pretty funny. And Navalka's like, oh yeah, this is par for the course. Although you do need hemogen, so let's go eat some art. Art. Art tastes good. Don't strip art. 3, 2, 1. And he's up. Where'd your shotgun go? Crackheads in a daze. Yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away. So the last thing I wanted to do before wrapping this up was to give Jazz the wonderful role of Heartseeker. So we have 2 sanguiphages, both with rolls, and 3 ghouls. It's not a lot of progress into the occult, but it's a lot of like colonist progress, which has got to count for something. You know, our colonists have made great strides into becoming stronger versions of themselves, which is really nice to see. So, although I don't have pews here yet, let's go ahead with the role change. So, Valka, you will spectate Jazz's ascension to our Heartseeker. I can't invite Crackhead because he's cracked out of his head. And it wouldn't matter how he feels anyway, because he's not one of us. Yet. And there we go. So that gives us the ability to do conversion rituals. The room impressiveness of our temple, it's not quite done yet. And obviously it's not at the 120 that is required, but the Jade is helping out a lot. The Jade pushes that quite ahead. I think with some pews and, I don't know, maybe with some flower pots, we can get up to the 120 required. There is, of course, the participant penalty. We're losing 40% due to low participants, but yeah, that will have to be for another time, because I am out of time. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Death Cult, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 17th and April 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow death cultists.